quad bike though. Let's move this. Right, let's see what's going on in here. I think that did fill up, you know. Mickey Ledger, have a good evening. 50 of them. 50 trees, man. 50. So basically, we've got to fill 4 barrels somehow. I'm not sure we can do it, but over the weekend we can probably do it. Make that 5. 5 barrels. And he's got 1 in stock. Oh. No, you don't have to clean up the ash, and you don't ever need to get newspapers from anyone. And that never fails or runs out. So that's kind of handy. Yep, it'll be payday on Sunday. We'll find out how much we're going to get. Uh-oh. Eight to 9% torch, yeah. I think you can't buy it from the shop though, can't you? Free drink of hot maple syrup. I think we could actually hit up some more of these things. Nah, we're not making moonshine. I'm making maple syrup. Gavin K, thank you. Thank you for 77 months as well. $1,400 cash injections. That's going to be nice. Might need a post back there. Yep, maple tree sap is what we're collecting. $60 trees now. 60 trees, kinda alright, it says. When you start saving for a second sap tank, I don't know how you install it. Like, it's like 20 grand for a tank, I think. I think I'd rather go for the osmosis upgrade, because that will allow us to burn through the tank twice as quickly, which means I can fill up these twice as quickly here for the same amount of energy that I have and time of the day. I'd rather increase the burn rate that we can make the stuff than the storage that we have, if you see what I mean. Well, if you let the handle open, seemed to, I don't know, it seemed to, we'll try it. Yeah, there's a few upgrades you can get. One's the tank thing, one's the electric boiler, and the other one's the osmosis upgrade, which boils it off twice as quickly. I'd rather go for that. Seems to slow prevent boiling or burns through the wood faster to keep the temp up. It seems to. I haven't worked out which is the best way yet. Shut this off or not? Half a tank. Need to work out the ratio between the big tank outside and this barrel. Like when the distillation process, is it like 3-to-1 or something like that? Crawdaddy, good night. Tell you the capacity of this thing. Doesn't, does it? I need to let it fill up and then do a proper test. I don't think it speeds up if you sleep now. See, now we've got so many barrels, you kind of get to the point now where you can let that tank fill up outside, get a load of firewood together, and then just rinse through the whole thing. See, is that basically 2 barrels worth? That says 240 on it, so presumably that says 120. That means we can do 2 barrels for one of them. Dan Brown, thank you for 64 months. Hope 2022 is going well for the Natal so far. How does it compare to My Summer Car? Nowhere near as much content, nowhere near as hard to play, should we call it that? Taxing, that's the word I'm looking for. Nowhere near as taxing as My Summer Car. Definitely still got the grind, but it's not brutal to you at the moment, like My Summer Car is. I think we might run out of wood before we run out of That's nearly done. That was controller disconnect. That's what it is. Interesting. So when my controller disconnects, it pops up to the main menu, like the overlay screen, that one. So that should fill that. I wouldn't never play that game on permadeath. Like, why would you play a game like Mice and Car with all the janky physics on permadeath? It's just insane. It's a path to madness, that is. I think that's all liquid done. Right, 2 full barrels, 3 empty. Cool, we're done. Quick drink of that. See if we can go and make some poutine with our last remaining energy. I need to arrange the tubes so that they point back to my house. Like runway lights. Jeez, it's 5 AM in game? I did not realise. I'm going to die in a second. Let's eat that. That is you, Alex. No, you do it. You do it. Not Sean. You do it. I mean, he does it as well, but you do it. Raz Vanescu, thank you for 14 months. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, sir. Let's try making this before we save. How's this work then? Take one of them. The basket is already full. No, it's not. What do you mean the basket, though? Oh. Oh, you're just going to have this nearby. And it mystically absorbs it from the basket. I see how this works. Uh-oh. Glitched it. I've glitched it behind. Oh. I've somehow glitched it behind there. What is going on? There is no harvest basket close by with potato in. Okay, can you cook that now? 100 curds cheese in 95% French fries. Right, so you basically load the cheese pack into here. Whoa. How about that? 4 lots of homemade poutine. That's one way of stacking them. Nice. Have to wait till we have more tatties now. Have a quick look at the list of things. Install a can sealer. Upgrade by adding the reverse osmosis. Add a second water. Oh, a second water tank. Upgrade to an electric auto heater. Buy the cottage to get more land. Gain access to the scrapyard. Install a manual transmission. Buy the small aluminium trailer. Connect your house to the grid power. Fair enough. We currently have $253, remember that. Oh yeah, grid power is going to be nice, but 28 grand for grid power. That's going to take a little while. Do you know what? My brother made that fancy garage though, and I don't even use it. The manometer's going up as you drive around. Yep. It's called an odometer. That's the official name for those things. Raleigh Panther, thank you for 3 years. Happy anniversary. Hello, Adam. Thank you for 3 months. Wish there was a way you could put these logs into some kind of feeder for this thing. Wait. Let's... Right, so that now fills up in a day, which is insane. That is currently on 52. So if I empty that into there, we'll see how much we can get out of a full tank. Assuming I've got the energy for this. Right, I'll shut the valve off. That's on 42% now. So I'll put that over there for a sec. So now that's empty, effectively. They're empty. We'll see what happens. Gamo, thank you for 5 months. You're welcome. AMH, thank you for 20. You're welcome, guys. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, there's the money. How much money did we get then? 1,200 or 1,400? So we got 1,400. So Captain Flint was right then. Now we're starting to make bank. That's more like it. Well, it's 200 barrels, so it must have been 7 barrels that we put through. I think 1 or 2 of them were from the week before, though. 55 so far. What's that on? I think you'll be lucky if you make 2 barrels out of this. I did just have a cup of that. I don't know how much that will take, though. I'm thinking that entire tank out there might just go into that, but it doesn't look like it's going to fill it up to me. I reckon it'll be like 200 litres maybe. Whoa, that went down pretty fast. Sometimes it seems to take an awful lot of firewood. No, I think you'll find the money will be a bit more exponential than that. Although it will plateau at some point. Yeah, I wish you could get coal. That would be a lot more efficient. Man, those logs nearly gone. Running out of energy again. Okay, that is just over halfway. And that's on 130 odds, so I think it is going to fill that up. Thank you for 69 months, Referick. Hendo, thank you for almost 4 years. You can get electric oven, yeah, but it is like long game stuff, you know. This takes a lot of firewood to do this. Effectively, with the amount of trees we have here, we can fill one of those tanks. If we could burn all of that tank every day, we could probably get 2 barrels a day. 2 barrels a day, and you can only sell them Monday to Friday. In theory, that's 10 barrels, which is $2,000 a week. But then the following week, you get $2,000 plus the $2,000 from the previous week. And I think that compounds for 5 weeks. So in theory, you can get $10,000 a week at a plateau, but you would need a lot of firewood. That is the limiting factor. However, once you install a second barrel, if you connect enough trees, you could then do 4 barrels a day if you get the osmosis upgrade. So that's $20,000 a week maximum. If you can keep up with it. So yeah. Although, having said all that, even though you can only sell Monday to Friday, you can still be making maple syrup Saturday, Sunday. So you could probably get more barrels than 10 a week. Is there a way to autofill the barrels once you go electric? If you go electric, you don't need to... Oh, I see what you mean. No, there isn't. You can't autofill these. Is there an end goal? Not really. It's version 0.2, so it doesn't really have an end goal yet. At the moment, it's like a bit of fun. Need more logs. About to die. Oh, that's done, isn't it? That's burger bun right there. As I go home and rest. I think I've left it too late again. Sunday morning, 7 a.m, just about going to bed. Sounds like some days of Factorium. A homemade poutine before bed. Oh yeah, cheesy chips and then bed. Let's go. Seven a.m. wakes up at 4 in the afternoon. Teenager's life, I know, right? I don't think we need to connect any more maple trees for a while. Tech Tiger, thanks to 25. We should get 9 hours sleep, Red Devil. It's 49 months. Right, how are we looking? Yeah, look, 240. And that is probably refilled. I can't keep up with it. This is insane. Right, let's put that in there. I've connected so many trees, the thing is just filling up stupidly quick. They will need watering from you, but I'm going to go and get some logs first. Oh man, I forgot I had barrels in the back, what an idiot. There is no way this is all going to stay in here. That's 3 barrels. 4 ready to sell in the morning. And if we make more firewood, we can probably fill all of these. The problem is, our time, like, body clock is all completely messed. Yeah, this one's at 42. I never finished that one. Yeah, but we can't go to bed if we're not tired, really. That's the thing. We'll have to go for a short sleep, I think. If we see that guy in the black van again, we can actually afford to buy things. Why is that not boiling off? I can't believe you can't secure them down. It's absurd. Yeah, we could squeeze 8 in the maximum. Got no logs left, look. We have to chop trees down. Right, I need to decide what time we're just going to go to sleep. We're not going to be able to do all of this, I don't think. We may be able to fill that barrel, though. Oh yeah, WH, if you could multiply this, you could just rinse it. There's no doubt about it. I haven't saved it yet either. Probably take a cutting of some of these pine trees and then... Really? I am genuinely surprised by that.
Just imagine this would be your life. Smelling of maple syrup, cutting down trees and burning them in your oven. Waiting till time passes with the sound of a crisp fire on the background and the sounds of nature. Until one barrel slips and you stick to your bed sheets for 3 months. All is good.
Thank you, referee. Sounds like a hell of a life to you, yeah. I need to leave some poutine here as well. Wait a minute. That coffee that you pick up, you don't have to drink it there and then, I don't think. I could actually put loads of coffee in the car. Yeah, and then we could just leave some coffee here. And then the night when you need to pull like an all-nighter, you could do it. AN, thank you for the gift and a sub to a Destroyer. That's a weird spelling of destroyer, by the way. Welcome. Yeah, we need to buy some coffee. The heck? There you go. 5 barrels of definitely won't fall outness. Right. We'll leave that to it. Leave the radio on so people think somebody's in. There's just no way. I can't even see if I've dropped a barrel. I wish you could buy lights you could put in the ground just to mark your route back. Suspiciously, they don't need any water. I don't know, like, the growing the cannabis thing seems to pale into insignificance compared to the maple syrup side of things. Man, he's played games way too much. Look at this. It's only 4 a.m. Not even sure if it's worth going to bed now. If I go to bed at 4 a.m., I think I might just buy a load of coffee. Do you reckon we've got 5 barrels in the back? Right, we currently have 5 barrels. So if when we get there we don't have 5 barrels, we know that it happened between the house and the shop. Is bro awake? I doubt it. I very much doubt it. I don't even call mother anymore now. I've got what I want out of her. Mwahaha. Yeah, I can't see him. We can always, like, on the way back, see him. Actually, I don't know, Joseph. I don't know if it goes down. kind of need the station to open up so we can buy some maple syrup and poutine before we die. Briar's thank you for 32 months. Another month. Thank you very much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 10 past 7. That open at 8. Guess we'll wait here then. Like in my summer car, you can smash windows, break in, and turn things on. You can't do that in this game. Can't even touch this. Next time you use the switch on the dark on the left side of steering wheel, it will light up the bed from the pickup. You on about that one? Is there a bed in here that you can sleep on? Why do they call it bed lights when there's no bed? I don't get it. Well, this looks kind of like a bed, but it's not. Oh, you mean the flat bed at the back? This bit? We still can't sleep there then. There you go, 4 coffees there, you see it? Gonna need one in a minute. You mean those, don't you? Opens in 4 minutes. It's a hold optimizer my car, not currently. Right, best drink of coffee. Do we need anything else in here? I don't think so. Friends. Let's grab a few of these. Definitely won't spill this coffee. Because you know those lids, they stay on real tight. Okay. At least we can stop ourselves from dying due to lack of tiredness. Yeah, because the energy bar works the wrong way, see? So you die from a lack of tiredness. Because your energy bar builds up to maximum, therefore you're completely lacking any tiredness, and then you die. That's how it works. It's true. It's genuinely true. Oh, we've lost a barrel. No, we've not. Whew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, do you reckon that you can only sell them 6, or do you think they'll stack? I'm hoping they'll stack. Look at the Wonga. Look at the cash. Can't quite afford the upgrade yet. Oh, we can actually afford that. We could actually buy a can sealer and some cans, make our own. We'll grab that while we're here. Because why not? We might have to sleep through the day now, annoyingly. Talk to them guys. I don't want to buy the trailer yet. I don't feel like we're going to get a return on the investment. I think there's only 5 coffees a day spawns. I bought coffee to keep us awake so that we could do this. I could drink all the coffee and keep us awake through the day, or we could just keep it back at the shack for when we really need it. When we've got a maple syrup crunch time to do, you know? We've got to somehow reset our body clock. Just going to move this out of the way for a minute. That's better. Poutine in bed. Yay, we finally used the garage. 7 p.m. Yeah. Ooh, those birch trees looking good though. Once they're ready, that'll be easy wood. All-nighter at the sugar shack. Yeah, but the trouble is, if we pull an all-nighter, we're going to be sleeping all the way through the day. This is the big problem. Uh-oh. Making a slightly wrong turn. I've got 2 barrels. Use coffee and saving to control your sleep cycle. You can also nap. How do you nap? I don't know how you nap in the game. This is the last of the firewood here as well. Sleep on the bed when your bar isn't full, you won't sleep all night. All right. You mean that kind of nap? Do you know what? Mice and McCall lets you press Q and lean in. I really wish they'd add that to this. It'd be kind of handy. I'm going to leave one of the coffees. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to put them all in here so that we can pull all-nighters. Don't you just hate it when they put a chainsaw in your car and it falls through the window on the other side? Just hate it when it does that. You stopped playing the Mice the other day, they had a bee sting death. I remember that. Birch tree. One-handed chainsaw seems legit. You remove that now you're blind, not a while not dead. Really? Did he actually change that? Because it used to be that you're allergic to bee stings. And so you got stung and you just insta-died. So now you don't insta-die, is that right? When did you change that? It's unlike him to make something less difficult. Putting new things, like what? What did he add in the last 12 months, Ben GT? No, it used to be, you know, when you go to get the car from Pigman, the one that's in the garage, and it has a wasp nest in it, those wasps come after you and sting you, you die. That's what used to happen. Yep, I remember that. I used to punch the window out in the Gifu so I could see what I was doing, and then he made it so that you got stung in the face if you did that. That's when I knew he watches my video. It's like, yeah, you definitely did that. Specifically to counter that one. Still allergic to wasps, okay. So what you're saying is, if you smash the window out in the Gifu, a bee hits you in the face, not a wasp, so you're just blinded for a bit. But if you try to steal the green car, it's a wasp that stings you, so you die. So you're allergic to wasp stings, but not bee stings. Is that what you're saying? Because that makes absolutely no sense. Not all stings are the same, that's true, but bee and wasp stings are pretty similar. And if you're allergic to one, I'm fairly confident you'd be allergic to both. I've always found it amazing the way that a bee flies into your face, though, when you're driving along. And how it manages to sting you at all. Like, is the bee just basically flying along with its sting sticking out towards you and then you drive into it? Is that how that works? Because normally they don't deploy the sting. They're just flying along trying to collect pollen. You don't mind bees, you loathe wasps. I hate wasps with a passion. They do serve a purpose, but they are some of the most deeply annoying things on the planet. The policeman with the radar is now hiding behind a tree so you can't see him. What a scumbag! They used to do that in this country until they got banned from doing it. Any form of entrapment was banned. And then they started saying, yeah, but we're doing it for safety. And they said, well, if you're doing it for safety, then you should paint them yellow so they're obvious. Because they're safety cameras, not speed cameras. So then they had to paint them yellow. They still catch people, even when they're bright yellow. It's brilliant. But yeah, I remember they used to like sit on bridges and stuff, point lasers at you. Also, there were actually some of them were genuinely frightening people, because what would happen is they would crouch behind a wall or something with the radar gun and then jump out and pointing at you like that. Now you can imagine if some guy, you're driving along and then some guy just jumps out and points something at you that looks gun-shaped. You can imagine what that does to people. But the police just thought that was fine. It's like, that's not fine. What's the problem? Really? Wait, if it's raining, does that mean I won't have to water the plants today? That could be handy. You haven't played My Summer Car since April last year. I don't know when the last time I played it was, actually. Probably not far away from that. Let's have a look. Wow, you guys, you'll never guess the last time I played My Summer Car. I'm genuinely shocked. Whoa. May 2020. Playtime 374 hours. May 2020? Thing is, he was supposed to finish the game at the end of 2020. That's the thing. He was supposed to finish it. And I thought to myself, if he finishes it at the end of 2020, like he plans to, then I'll do a new series on YouTube. That's what I was planning to do. And then it just kept dragging on and on and on. And he's still not finished it. How come drinking energy doesn't bring your thirst down? It's weird. How much do we get? 1,400. In My Summer Car, you now need batteries for your radio and a flashlight and fuses for your house. Fuses? Does that mean you blow the fuses somehow? I don't know, the game just kind of eventually goes towards something that's no longer enjoyable. That was always the balance of that game. As I said before, I genuinely think My Summer Car was a social experiment by him. He wanted to know how difficult and trolley can he make a game before people just say, I'm not playing that. I'm not playing that. I think he was just kept pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. And a lot of people along the way backed out. Like some people backed out when you die from a wasp, for example. That was like, I'm done for some people. Too much. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like an evil genius. Exactly that. But he makes this game more and more and more difficult just to see who will carry on playing it. Which then attracts certain kinds of people. The ones who play something that others won't play. It is. It's just a massive social experiment. Yeah, the jail time for me was the big killer. Like, that was genuinely too much. The jail time. Because not only did you have to kind of sit there, but you would almost always die in jail. Because it was, you get so many days in jail, it was so many hours in real life. It was just absurd. And I'm not playing a game where I have to sit in a room for hours on end, real time. Not playing that. That for me is the line right there. You can't sleep if you're not tired in my summer car. It won't let you. You added a radio and toilet and food. Well, the food used to come through randomly, and you had to stay. Like, you couldn't leave your computer and go in the house for like an hour and come back. You'd be dead. You had to sit there and wait for the food to come through and then eat it. Last update to my summer car, October 22. The game now uses DirectX 11. Wait, what? Is that a joke? Are you saying 10th of January or 1st of October, Ben GT? I don't know what you're saying there. He's saying he patched it a few days ago for DirectX 11. Or are you joking that he patches it in October this year? Alright. He ported it to DX11. Interesting. But that was a big job. That would improve frame rates. Does it look any better? Is the rendering better? It should be. If he went DX11, he could add all kinds of cool stuff. See, the game's taken him so long, I bet you the Unity engine has moved on so much that he had to go to DX11. Difficulty level. I don't think he'll ever add a difficulty level. Like, to him, there is the game. There's no difficulty level. The only thing that you can flick on is hardcore. See, now what we could do, we can go down to the petrol station and buy a load of coffee and drink it and stay awake through the day. Sounds like a fun entry in my summer car patch notes. Made truck steering worse with bump steer and general looseness of the front axle. I over the months that I played it, well, played it for quite a while, I remember the driving mechanics getting worse. And quite often he would make changes that were not mentioned in the patch notes. Mark Bot, thank you for 5 months. When we said the rally would be a lot more difficult if he reverses the track, and then he reversed it. Yep. But worse than that, he made the drivers way better. Then he reversed the track and made it so that the rally took place over 2 days. And at that point, it was like, I can't be bothered with that. It was hard enough just to try and win the rally in one direction. But to, like, do it without trashing your car and then drive the other way without trashing your car against a load of opponents that were seriously quick, like absurdly quick. He added so many bumps on the way, he really did. And then the worst of it is, I'm sure you still get traffic you can hit now. Jeffrey, thank you for 57. Yeah, on a car that falls apart, exactly. It always crossed the rail line. You see, in the early days of my summer car, there was no train, right? That came later. And like when you're coming out of your house and you hit the train line, you used to be able to drive down that train line across the field. And then he made that field a swamp. That was a change that came in that caught everybody out. He made that a swamp so you couldn't use the track. You had to drive over the track. And then he added a fast-moving train that had full God mode. I remember that coming in. See, the problem is these pumps are now active, and this thing is, I swear, filling up as quickly as it's being depleted. Look. It's not even moving. The syrup's coming in as quickly as I'm boiling it off. And I haven't got any more barrels. I'm going to have to leave. You stopped playing when you couldn't start with the van. Yeah, I remember that as well. Like, you took away your uncle's van and made you earn it. But that's what I'm saying. I think he just kept adding things. And every time he released it with more stuff that made it more difficult, a whole percentage of the player base just went, nah, I'm done. Interesting. You had so much fun watching the streams and so little fun playing it yourself. Yeah. That's because bad things that happen to you when you're playing it aren't funny, but when you're watching somebody else, they're hilarious.